Hello, you guys. I'm hoping this will work well, but I'm not sure. I have you on my tripod, but... Okay. Take two. Let's see if this works. I have you on my tripod, but this tripod is, like, not very stable. And I'm not sure it's gonna work on the bench. I have you guys sit up on the bench, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Okay. Hopefully you'll stay there. Okay. What is up, you guys? It is later. I don't even remember what time it is, honestly. It's like past 1:30. Still Wednesday. I came out here to take a break. Yeah, this is like not working out. Okay. Came out here to take a break to finally go through what my first trimester was like, how it's going for my second trimester, all that jazz. I know you guys been waiting. I know I've been promising you guys for a few weeks now. For the past few vlogs I've been saying, stay tuned, stay tuned. Well, I'm gonna try to upload it tonight if I can. I'm just outside because hopefully it stays quiet. But anyway, okay, so this is going to be about my first trimester, weeks 1 through 12. Okay, so how I found out I was pregnant. Let's see. Me and Jeff were, I don't know, it was one night. I wish I could have a date for you guys. It was like, it's the beginning of April, I want to say, because my last period was March 12th, I believe. I think I have that right. And then so, it was obviously a few weeks later, because I was almost 5 weeks pregnant at the time, before I found out. And so, me and Jeff were just, we were talking about Mother's Day. That's it. We were talking about Mother's Day, and I was telling him one night how, like, me and my family always make a big deal, for Mother's Day. Like, you know, for aunts and grandmas and mom, like, I don't know, we just make this big deal, whether it's making them a special card or buying them a gift, something, even if it's something small, we always make a big deal out of Mother's Day. And he was like, I just don't see how, like, why, like, you know, can't I just, like, wish you happy Mother's Day and have the kids, like, color you a card or something? I'm like, and I wasn't even expecting, like, a huge gift from him. I was just like, hey, like, well, and obviously he was going to take me to dinner, but I don't know, you guys, this pregnancy, I've been so emotional, and it's been horrible. And so, I got really emotional, by what you said, because I'm like, I deserve a Mother's Day gift. I don't know why I was being so selfish, you guys. I don't know. Not being so nice. So anyway, so we're like, that's so weird, because it wasn't just an emotional breakdown. It was, like, really bad. Like, I went to bed crying, and I was like, okay, just don't touch me. Like, I want to be left alone. I want to, you know, go to sleep, and you know, whatever. And I felt better the next day, but I was like, why? Why would I be so emotional about something like that? That's so weird. And at that point, if you guys know, whether you know or don't know, so I deal with stress and depression and anxiety and all that. So I take medicine for that, obviously, to help me. And so normally when I get that emotional, either like somebody died or I missed a pill. yeah, and I'm like, no, I've been taking my pills, like, no, nobody died, like, why did I make such a big deal out of that? It's so weird. And at that point, I was 3 days late. I had missed my period already, and I was 3 days late, which isn't too weird because I've been late on my period before because of stress. So I'm like, I'm just stressed out, but the third day was kind of pushing it. So, he was like, okay, I highly doubt it, because, like, we had gone through this, like, in January and February thinking I was pregnant at the time, and it always came back negative. I'm just an emotional wreck. Let's just say that. I can't help it. I'm just an emotional person anyway. So he went out to get a pregnancy test, and it was the one that shows 2 lines. And so I took it, and we saw it, and there was a faint second line. And he's like, no, that's not it. And I said, it's never had a faint second line. It's only had, like, 1 line, like, before, like, when it was negative. I'm like, it's never, like, this is different. This is a different, it's weird. I'm like, no. And he's like, I guess I should have bought you the pregnancy test that said plus or minus, or pregnant or not pregnant. Sorry about the dogs next door. Anyway, hopefully they calm down. And so, basically, he went out and got another test, and I took it, and it was like blinking, and I just, like, decided to walk away. And I was like, I'm just gonna walk away for a second. I'm like, it's probably negative, but whatever. And so, like, he's like, oh, did you not check it? Did you not see what it said? Or he thought I walked away because I was so upset. And I was like, no, I haven't even seen it yet. And he's like, go check. Because I was like 5 minutes later, and I look, and it says pregnant. I'm like, what? And I was like, again, I got so emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the worst timing. I'm like, why? And so, like, we're like, okay, let's figure this out, oh my gosh, it was, and then so, obviously we went to our first trimester, or my first ultrasound appointment, like, to confirm the pregnancy. And I was like, if any of you have seen Baby Mama, that movie is so freaking funny and hilarious. Me and my sister love it, and, like, I was laying in the doctor's office, like, looking at the ultrasound, and I was, like, so, like, mind blown that there's an actual baby in there, because I thought it was, like, it was supposed to be impossible with the Merino. But I already thought, again, like, since Caroline and stuff, it's not possible to get pregnant again anyway, because it's going to be another preemie, like, situation thing. So I'm like, no, it's definitely not a possibility. Yeah. And so, so there's this scene in Baby Mama where she doesn't think she's pregnant because she's putting on the show, whatever, she's the surrogate. And so she's laying in a chair, and he's like, oh, I can't find the baby in there. And she's like, yeah, you're going to have a hard time. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I got to tell you something. She's like, what? Do you hold grudges? Yeah, I hold grudges for a long time. I'm like, oh, you're not going to like this. And then so the doctor's like, oh, there it is. And she's like, what? There's a baby in there? How'd that get in there? Oh my gosh, it is so funny. And she's like, I'm just so excited. And that's how I felt. And for our first ultrasound, I'm like, oh my gosh, how'd that baby get in there? Oh my gosh. So that was pretty much, that was how we found out that we were pregnant. That I had that really emotional day. I missed my period for 3 days. And yeah. And then it started to progress into, I'm just reading from my notes if you're wondering why I'm looking down. And so I became exhausted, I became nauseous, like, and I'll be 15 weeks on Friday. The nausea and the exhaustion has been horrible. I have had round-the-clock nausea, and it's been horrible. I stopped throwing up, which is good, but I still have nausea from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, and it's like I can't eat nearly as much as I used to because my stomach is so sensitive. It feels like my stomach has shrunk, and it's just, it's not fun, you guys. I'm hoping it'll go away really, really soon, especially before the honeymoon, because I'm like, I really don't want to be nauseous and like sick, and I don't know. And so okay, so the nausea and exhaustion is still to this day. But I am taking Zofran. I can take it up to 4 times a day. So that's been helping for the most part. It doesn't always help, but for the most part it does. It's gotten a lot better with that than before. And I can tell, like, I don't know. I have a little bump, but I'm still embarrassed to show you guys because I feel like a fat whale. I'm sorry, but I do. That's just the way I feel. But I can tell my belly's getting harder, and my boobs hurt so bad. They're not leaking yet, and I still pee quite a bit, but not as much as the first trimester. The first trimester was really bad. It's starting to slow down now, but I heard that it kicks up in third semester. And see, this is all different from when I was pregnant with Caroline. When I was pregnant with Caroline, I didn't like feel all this. Like I felt nauseous, but I never threw up, and it didn't last as long. And like, I don't know, it was just so different with Caroline. And Jeff keeps saying it was because, she was a preemie, she wasn't growing like she was supposed to, and that's why I didn't have all those symptoms. The heat definitely does not help. Like, it's fine right now, especially with Breeze, but like when it gets really hot, like in the upper 90s, it's hard for me to like breathe, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I've been trying to get as much water as I can. I've been trying to watch what I eat. I'm trying to do things differently with this pregnancy that I did with Caroline. Not that I could really help that Caroline was a preemie, because I couldn't. But this time I'm being more health conscious and, trying to make better choices and all that. Another symptom I have, I had a strong sense of smell with Caroline when I first got pregnant with her. But this time it's been a lot stronger. Like Jeff is always saying I have elephant ears because I can literally hear everything and I can smell everything, and I'm like, what is that disgusting smell? And he's like, I don't smell anything. It's just so funny. My shirts still kind of fit, but I definitely have had to buy a size up. Normally I wear a large or extra large, depending on the, whoever makes it. But I've had to go up a size, and then the same with my pants. Yeah, because I can tell, like, it hurts if I wear tight leggings, or like I can't even wear my jeans anymore that I used to. I had to pack all that away. because it's tight on my stomach and it hurts and it makes me feel nauseous, of course. So my clothes are getting tighter and my fingers have gotten more swollen. I've noticed, you know, my ring still fits, but sometimes, especially when it gets hot, I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, so that's about it. That's how I found out I was pregnant. That is all what went on during the first trimester. I've updated you on the second trimester, so I will keep this going. I will keep you updated and eventually make like a second trimester video. We'll see how long this baby cooks for. I mean, we don't want another 25-weeker. The doctor's hoping between 32 and 37 weeks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So just wish me luck, you guys. Hopefully this baby is happy and healthy. We should get like a sneak peek of the gender in a couple weeks for our next ultrasound right before we go on vacation and get married. So hopefully that all goes well. If not, no big deal. We'll find out when we get back from vacation what the gender is. Yeah, so that is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of how I found out I was pregnant and my updates and everything going on. So I hope you guys have a lovely Wednesday. I'm going back to work, unfortunately. I have a couple more hours left. And I will talk to you later. Bye!